Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. I'm Paul Enos, filling in for Sam Shad. Today, we're going to be talking natural gas and safety with Shane Thacker of Southwest Gas. That's next on an all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
As you know, Reno is booming. Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com.
Story County is leading Nevada. Home of the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center, Google, Tesla, Panasonic, and other world-leading companies. Story County provides thousands of tech, advanced manufacturing, and logistics careers for Nevadans. We're diversifying and driving Nevada's economy and generating millions in tax revenue and billions in economic activity across northern Nevada. Story County is leading Nevada's future.
Welcome to the Ahern Boutique Hotel, where luxury and warmth come together in the heart of Las Vegas.
We take pride in offering a one-of-a-kind experience for both locals and tourists.
Join us for handcrafted cocktails and an unforgettable experience.
Joel's Chop House, the perfect place to savor views of the Las Vegas Strip.
Satisfy your cravings at the Ahern Chocolate Shop.
No smoking, no resort fees, and the parking is always free. The Ahern Luxury Boutique Hotel is your home away from home.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with host Sam Shad, a no-holds-barred political forum. Now, from the Nevada Newsmakers broadcast headquarters, here is Sam Shad.
Welcome back to Nevada Newsmakers. We're here with Shane Thacker of Southwest Gas. Shane is the Director of Safety, Quality, Training, and Qualifications. Did I get that right?
Correct.
You know, Shane, I love natural gas. My dogs love it, especially this time of year because, they spend most of their time, sitting by the fire. I just put that little switch on, there they are. And, it's something that's easy that, you don't have to go out and find wood, right? Just hit that button, it's there. And I think there's a disconnect when everything works right to understand just how much trouble and toil and work goes into making sure that when I press that little switch on my wall that the gas comes on. So you're the Director of Safety, and Nevada, we've actually done some pretty amazing things, in terms of making sure that we have one of the safest natural gas infrastructures in the country.
Exactly. And, I've been with Southwest Gas for 34 years, and from the beginning, it's always been about safety. And of course, we've evolved, and we've continued to get better. And we've really, in the last few years, taken that next step to make sure that we provide reliable, safe energy source to our customers. And one of the things that's really important with this is during the last 2 years, about 10 years ago, I'll have to back up a little bit. About 10 years ago, we changed to a 3-year leak survey cycle. National federal government requires that we do it every 5 years, and we changed to a 3-year cycle. It helped us with efficiencies. It helped us to make sure that we're providing safer. And then about 4 years ago, we were approached by the Nevada Commission, and us and NV Energy, between the two of us, we provide most of the gas in Nevada. And he said, "How would you guys like to go annual?" And we said, that's a good, safe choice. We would fully support it. Give us time. Give us time to make sure we get the resources in place. Give us time to make sure that we can put things in place to do it right instead of just doing it fast.
So how many customers do you guys serve in the state of Nevada?
So in Nevada, we have about 838,000.
So, okay, looking at leaks for 830,000, how many miles of pipe is that?
We have 19,000 miles of pipe in Nevada. We have 30,000 miles of pipe, distribution pipe, throughout Arizona, Nevada, and parts of California. So looking at our leak count, one of the things we do is we try to keep our leak count low. And that was another step that we took in this preparation to make sure we go to this annual leak survey, is keeping our leak count low. And we'd already really made that move to that, but now we took that the next step forward, and we try to keep it. I think the last count, and a week or two ago, I looked, and we're going to probably be under less than 20 leaks carrying over into January.
Less than 20 leaks for 19,000 miles.
So what that means is means that we didn't have just 20 leaks in 2024. That means that when we see something, when we detect it, we find it, we fix it, so that we can get it off the books and make sure that it's safe.
So what are some of the challenges? I mean, I guess we probably have, I know there's old parts of Reno, there's new parts of Reno. What are some of the challenges between the different areas?
So there's, so just to be clear, Reno is, gas is supplied by
NV Energy.
Yeah, NV Energy. Yeah, we have all the outlying districts from all of the I-80 corridor, California, North Tahoe, South Tahoe, Truckee, Carson, Gardnerville, Minden, Fallon, Fernley, all the other areas right in northern Nevada, and all of Las Vegas. Just saying that, you can understand the challenges, right? We have a snow country of the Tahoe region. We have
I know that was an issue with some of my friends, in Lake Tahoe and some of the outlying areas a couple of years ago with the big snow shears, knocking the meters off.
Yeah, and it's important that that kind of turns into the technology part, and using technology to detect those leaks that are because of snow shear, under 20 foot of snow or 10 foot of snow, where you have to go in and dig it out and find that leak, right? Well, it's easier to find it on the outside with the detection equipment. So we do have equipment that does that, but at the same time, we also recommend that all people that live in the snow country and have the heavy snow, they put a snow shed over their meters to protect.
So you don't get that happening.
That's happening.
It's okay. We talk about technology. So my thought is, and you correct me if I'm wrong. Just like when somebody's there, they're checking the meter, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, do you have people walking the streets, kind of looking for these, for these potential leaks, or are you employing technology?
We're employing technology, but there's I guess the easiest way to say it, there's many ways to skin a cat, right? There's many ways to do leak survey. Sometimes it means that we have to walk each service and walk each line and know that. We also have mobile technology that drives down the street and detects if there's a leak in the street. On top of that, we've also got other technology that we've invested in the last couple of years, where you drive down the street and it actually covers all of that. And we call it a field of view. The field of view is wider, so that it can actually look past all the way up to the meter of the house, and it also can check those mains. And basically, that's safer for the community. It's safer for the employees. They're not walking. They're not going into people's backyards. They're making sure that we can get that, detection.
Sure. So I mean, that's that seems like a pretty huge undertaking that you're doing now. Not every 5 years, as the Fed say, or 3 years, but every year.
Every year, yes.
So you said you find you find something, you fix it right then. So I mean, I guess we're dealing with different types of pipe from different eras, right?
Exactly.
Is there one that's more susceptible to? I mean, is an older neighborhood more susceptible than a newer one?
Not necessarily. And because, especially with us, with Southwest Gas, we've had a very aggressive leak or pipe replacement program. And, and part of the leak survey is we're taking a look at those pipes that have the tendency that they might leak or they're getting older, and focusing on making sure that we replace them when it's in time. It's just like anything else, that things wear out in time, and you got to make sure that you use its full life, but also make sure you're replacing it on a good maintenance schedule.
All right, we are here with Shane Thacker of Southwest Gas, and we're going to be right back on Nevada Newsmakers.
Save money and take transit. Did you know you can ride the bus all day for less than what it would cost you for a gallon of gas? Plan your trip now by going to rtcwashoe.com.
Like a traditional handmade basket, retail is woven into the fabric of life in Nevada. From big box to mom and pop, retail supports our communities in countless ways. Jobs for the disabled, team uniforms for kids, help for the elderly, and so much more. Retail employs over 1 in 10 workers. Retail supports Nevada, and we support retail.
RANNV.org.
Pro Group Management specializes in providing industries with the necessary components to satisfy and exceed workers' comp requirements. Every business has unique needs and specific regulations. Pro Group Management stays ahead of the curve, providing up-to-date services to keep your industry in top form. Discover how we simplify your tasks, improve efficiency, and reduce expense to keep you moving in a positive direction. Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
Early in the morning or throughout the night, professional truck drivers are on the job, serving you, safely moving freight that's crucial to our economy. From the oldest industries to our newest innovators, from the exotic to the everyday, trucks are everywhere, moving everything. Never afraid to embrace a future that makes Nevada and our nation stronger. Trucking moves America forward.
Here on 7 at 7, we're bringing you the local headlines in just 7 minutes.
We've got you covered in the morning, evening, and for all breaking news in between and as it happens.
Life is busy, and we don't waste your time. Join us for local news now streaming on our YouTube page.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
Welcome back to Nevada Newsmakers. I'm Paul Enos, filling in for Sam Shad and talking to Shane Thacker with Southwest Gas. So, Shane, this isn't natural gas. It's, you know, the gas that we put in our gas tanks, you know, the diesel that my guys put in their trucks. California, 88% of all of Nevada's fuel comes from the state of California, which has caused some issues, you know, in terms of, you know, not just price increases, but, you know, we're seeing refineries shutting down there. Where do we get our natural gas from in Nevada? Is it from California, or are we a little better off a natural gas than we are with our mobility fuel?
Well, actually, there's multiple lines that come in, and you can think of it as a trucking road, right? We have lines that come in from the Colorado, Wyoming area. We have some that come in from Idaho, and then we have some that come in from the Oregon area. So that there's multiple supplies that come in, and making sure that we have those supplies actually helps with our reliability and ensure that the customers get their gas.
100%. And I mean, look, you look at what's going on right now in other parts of the world where their natural gas supply gets disrupted. I mean, Germany right now is in a deindustrialization mode because they don't have reliable energy. And, you know, when you have natural gas, you have some of that. So we're getting it basically, I guess, from all over the country. So we are not at the whims of our neighbors in California,
Exactly.
You know, in terms of the supply.
Yeah, and one of the things, and I like to point out, because that's where I started my career, was in Lovelock, and we have a peak shaving plant for liquefied natural gas there. So when supplies are on demand by multiple customers in the middle of winter, that plant can actually come on and help feed the customers in Nevada.
To ensure there isn't a shortage.
Make sure there's not a shortage.
Because I know that's I know it happens with propane. You know, from time to time, you know, there's a shortage, and you know, we're now trucking more propane in because, well, that's how you get it. It makes a lot more sense with natural gas. So, you know, getting back to the leak survey, I mean, I remember a few years ago, you know, I can't remember any big disasters happening in Nevada, you know, with lives lost from natural gas leaks. And I think that is because, you know, our system's one of the newest. There was an incident back about 5 years ago where a dorm blew up, but that was something internal that happened. And luckily it was summertime.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's one of the reasons why you want to do these surveys kind of more often. So you don't see things like that happening.
Yeah, one of the things that we state that natural gas or leak survey is one of our primary ways to ensure the safety, right? We get out there, we make sure that we're doing our maintenance on the pipeline to make sure that we can continue, if we find something, we can fix it. I like to relate it to, your car. If you change your oil and you do your proper maintenance, your car's going to run for a long time. They're building cars to run many, many miles now as opposed to before. But if you don't do that maintenance, something's going to happen, right? If you don't change oil, you're going to have problems with your engine seizing up. So the same thing with any type of infrastructure, as far as whether it's gas, electric, it's any of it. You got to maintain it and make sure that you're properly taking care of that facility.
How many other states are doing annual surveys?
None today.
Except Nevada.
We're
Nevada, we are the outlier, here.
Yes.
So in a good way. Are any states looking at it?
So North Carolina, actually Duke Energy is looking at it, doing it in 2025. And they're in several states, and 2 of the states they're working on, and then the 2 of they're looking at for 2026. But we're a member of the American Gas Association, and we're very involved, and we want to be the leader in the industry in a lot of things, right? And make sure that our voice is heard, make sure that the natural gas and for Arizona, Nevada, and California are heard from us at what we think is best. And they weren't always happy that when we presented that, hey, we've gone to annual leak survey, right? They just looked at us, and then we explained how we did it and why we did it and how it was safer. And the natural gas industry, our peers are like, it's the right thing to do.
So technology's been a huge driver of this, because I can imagine before tech, I mean, if you have to hire, more people to walk lines, at a annual interval as opposed to 3 years, tremendously challenging task. But how does tech figure into that to make it more efficient?
The technology, well, just like anything, it makes life easier, right? If you use the technology properly. When we ramped up, and I say ramp up with tongue in cheek, because we took that 2 years to make sure that we had the right resources as far as equipment and stuff to do repairs, and made sure that we had the right resources as far as our contractor that does the leak survey. And we didn't increase the amount of people significantly. Yes, it increased the amount of people that had to do the work, but it wasn't a huge mark, and the value that we got out of doing leak survey on an annual basis and the safety part was just, it's shown to be tremendous in the first 2 years.
No, I mean, I can imagine. Yeah. All right, we are talking with Shane Thacker, the Director of Safety, Quality, Training, and Qualifications with Southwest Gas. And we're going to be right back on Nevada Newsmakers.
I'm Mike Swanson, and welcome to the Winnemucca Big R.
Hi, I'm John Walker. Welcome to Big R Lovelock.
Hi, I'm Rich Martin. Welcome to Fallon Big R.
My name is Braden. Welcome to Big R Fernley.
Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to Big R Sparks.
What do you count on? You count on your power every day. At NV Energy, we've always powered what's important to you, but we're not looking at the past. We're focused on the future. While our standards are high, our rates will remain low. And our commitment to renewables isn't just meeting standards, but leading the way. Because you can count on more than just your power. You can count on the company who brings it to you. That's our promise. You can count on it.
For 50 years, Nevada Heating has been keeping people comfortable in their homes. At Nevada Heating, call the Do It Right guys and get the heat back on today. Call us today and we'll fix it today. That's the Nevada Heating way. Why freeze for days on end when Nevada Heating can get your furnace fixed today? Call us today and we'll fix it today at 323-5585 or schedule us on our website at nevadaheating.com.
The Nevada Builders Alliance has been protecting the interests of the construction industry for over 50 years. Our programs save members thousands of dollars every year. and allow them to provide much needed benefits to their employees. Our industry also allows Nevada to grow. If you're thinking about a career in the construction industry, reach out. And if you haven't thought of a career in construction, what are you waiting for? We are the Nevada Builders Alliance.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
Welcome back to Nevada Newsmakers. I'm Paul Enos, filling in for Sam Shad, and we're talking with Shane Thacker of Southwest Gas. You know, Shane, the last few years we've had some folks talk about natural gas like, hey, we want to get rid of natural gas in Nevada. You know, we don't want it in any new builds. We've seen things like that happen in places like Berkeley, California, and, you know, in other places around the country where natural gas, you know, is the demon, and it's all about electric. So kind of the hilarious part in that is how do we power most of our electric plants here?
Exactly. It's by natural gas.
It's by natural gas. So safety is, you know, one of those foremost considerations, you know, in terms of ensuring that, hey, people's, you know, appliances work, you know, that you're not going to wait for hours at a restaurant, you know, as they're trying to cook your eggs at an electric stove, right? So, you know, we talk a lot about the lines on the outside. Do you guys have anything to do with the inside, or can your tech see if there's a leak on the inside of a facility?
So one of the things we've done since the beginning of starting of time in 1931 in Southwest Gas has always gone in before we do a turn on. So we'll do safety checks, make sure things are up to code, make sure that we're talking to the customer about, hey, you need to get this fixed, or we will not light this, we'll disconnect it because it's not up to code and it needs to be fixed before it. Some of the things we can do and make adjustments and help along the way, but we will do that. If somebody smells gas, and you know, in our service territory, if you smell gas, even if you're an electric customer, we want to come out and check and make sure there's not some type of leak there. So making sure that we take care of the whole community, right? It's not just taking care of our customers, it's not just taking care of our employees, but it's taking care of the whole community. It's all along those lines. So
so whenever there's a remodel or something and something's with a natural gas line, that's why, you know, that's why the inspectors come,
yeah,
right?
That's why the inspectors come. And then, you know, when we do a turn on, they actually, we have to have somebody of 18 at the door, and so that they can let us in the house, and we have to go in and we look at we call it soap and cycle every appliance, which means we put leak soap on it, make sure that appliance isn't leaking, and then we also make sure that we cycle it, make sure it's running properly.
So that's great to know. And so I see you have a little pin on. So if you smell gas,
well, if you smell it, the pin actually is for call 811. But if you smell gas and it's that rotten egg smell, right? Sometimes it smells different to a lot of people. They might be rotten eggs. They might have a, you know, trash smell or whatever. Any type of smell you call.
Natural gas. Does natural gas smell in its natural state?
In its natural state, it does not smell. So there is we do put an odorant in it to make sure that it has that stinky smell, a skunk smell is what we call it, and so that you can detect it. And when you smell that, if you call us and we'll come out and investigate it. The pin, I want to make sure I talk about the pin now that you pointed it out, right? The other part about protecting and making sure things are safe is encouraging everyone. If you're going to do any type of digging, call 811. If you call 811, it's a free service. All utilities will come out and mark, make sure that you're not going to hit electric lines, gas lines, power, or cable lines, anything that's underground. Make sure that you're clear so that you can dig safely.
Is there a cost to that?
No cost.
No
free
cost.
Service.
That's something that you guys come out and
we do
and take care of. 1931, you said the company's been around.
Yes.
So how long have they been servicing Nevada?
We were in the 60s that we came to Northern Nevada.
Okay. And how many employees with Southwest Gas?
About 2,300.
2,300.
Company-wide.
Okay.
So a portion of those, of course, our corporate headquarters is in Las Vegas, so a larger portion of those employees are in Nevada. So,
and then to survey those lines or those Southwest Gas employees, how do you do that?
There's multiple ways to do it, right? When the main way that we do it, we have a contractor that does that. And like I said, it's not a big, you think it would be a big army that goes through and does all these surveying, and using the technology. We have probably between Las Vegas and Northern Nevada, we less than 75.
Okay.
So of our contractors, but then we have our people that are, internally with the customer. They go out to fix the leaks, the ones that are making sure that the paperwork in the back end to ensure that it's done.
Well, hey, I've always appreciated what you guys do. I think you're a fabulous company. I know you guys do a lot for the community, and not just my dogs, but I also, appreciate it. When I turn on my oven, my fire pit, my fireplace, all of it. So Shane, thank you so much for coming on today. Enjoyed this conversation. And it's nice to know that, hey, Nevada, they always say, oh, we're at the top of every bad list. But, in terms of natural gas safety, we're number one.
We're number one. Yes.
And how about system? It's, we talked about some of the older places, but since you're replacing.
Yes, we have a very aggressive replacement process, making sure that we get the older pipe out of the system and replace it with new pipe. So we are considered in the industry as a newer pipe company. And of course, you compare us against some of the ones back east that have been here for a long time. That's one thing. But the other part about it is we always have to explain the reason that we have the newer pipe is because we make sure that we replace on time. We make sure that we don't just keep the pipe out in the ground that shouldn't be out there.
I love it. Shane, thank you so much for coming on. We're going to be right back on Nevada Newsmakers.
Story County, helping build Nevada's future.
Each day, the Children's Advocacy Alliance partners with leaders, legislators, and families across Nevada to improve children's health, education, economic well-being, and safety. We recognize Nevada will be no better than the state of its children. Be a part of this change. Be a supporter of the Children's Advocacy Alliance. For more information, go to caanv.org.
Imagine a magical garden that feeds Carson City's hungry and homeless, teaches our high school students agriculture, creates hanging floral displays to beautify downtown, and yet charges nothing. It's not magic. It's the Greenhouse Project. It's real, it's growing, and it needs your help. Go online to carsоncitygreenhouse.org so together we can grow it forward.
Brian Culpa Photography was born in the rolling hills of Massachusetts, and now he can help you experience the stunning beauty of Nevada in a whole new way through the power of flight. Flying has always been a passion for Brian, and at Brian Culpa Photography, he can make your imagination soar. Brian has the creative mind and tools to tell your unique story. Experience the bird's eye view at brianculpaphotography.com.
If you want to catch up on this Nevada Newsmakers or any other shows, visit our website at nevadanewsmakers.com. Also, wishing everyone a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous 2025. Thanks for watching and listening.